guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you saw in the title, is going to be my holiday glam look, and I'm making it with all of my favorite products. So throughout the video, you're going to see me sharing what my favorite product is for every step of my makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget before you leave to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Patty, and I would love it if you subscribed. We're not going to make this intro too long. Let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so we are going to start from the beginning because I want to tell you guys my favorite of every single step in my makeup routine, basically. My eyebrow routine has changed a little bit since I last talked about it because new products have come out that have really impressed me. So I'm going to do one brow on camera for you guys to show you, and we'll go from there. My favorite eyebrow pencil currently is from Kat Von D. This is the only Kat Von D product that I'm currently consistently using. It is the signature brow, and the color that I use is the color Walnut. I'm beyond obsessed with this product, and the reason why is because it has, let me see if the camera shows it, it has the tiniest tip. See how it's fat on this side and then very skinny here? So I use that skinny side, and I can actually draw little hairs on my eyebrow so that it looks a little bit more natural. So I usually just kind of start at the beginning and I draw little hairs, and I do it on the direction that my hairs grow. I usually extend my eyebrows a little bit, and my eyebrows kind of grow down. So I have very little places where I actually pull my hairs up. Most of the time is either straight to the side, up here, or down. Alright, so just like that, look at the difference. It's absolutely huge. So I'm going to show you my second favorite product, and it's this one right here. This is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer, and I'm going to put in the description box every single product that I use today, kind of in the order that I'm mentioning them in the video. And this one I don't use for underneath my eyes. I actually don't really like this concealer for underneath my eyes, but I do love it for around my eyebrows. So I usually take my Morphe M432 and I grab the concealer with it, and I will outline my brow. And sometimes in doing this, I can see that I left a little gap that I didn't fill. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then the last step to my eyebrow is I get a fluffier, bigger concealer brush, and I'm going to just blend out that concealer that I used to outline it. This step is easy. And just like that, this eyebrow is done. See? And look at the difference. So I'm going to do this eyebrow off camera, and I'll be right back to show you guys the rest of my favorite products. Alright guys, so I am back and both of my eyebrows are now done. So we are going to get started with eyes first, and then we'll do complexion afterwards. So for eyes, my favorite primer is this one from Makeup Forever. It's for eyes and lips actually, but I only use it for eyes. And every time I've ever used it, I really like it. It is on the thicker side, but it gives me the best results, and my eyeshadow always looks so beautiful when I have it on, and it stays for the longest amount of time. And I do like primers that are a little bit thicker. My other primer that I like a lot for eyes is from Too Faced. It is the Shadow Insurance Primer, but it tends to be very liquidy sometimes, so I think I prefer a little bit of a thicker primer for my eyes. Alright, so for eyeshadow, if you guys don't know, I recently did an all-time favorite palette video. I'm going to link it right there if you guys haven't seen it so you can check it out. But spoiler alert, in my top 5, I have these two. This one's definitely one of my favorite palettes of all time, but I already did a 5 looks 1 palette with this one. And I did a review video in which I did a 6th look with it. So I don't think I'll be using this one today, although this one is my favorite. I'm going to be using the Desert Dusk palette by Huda Beauty because this is another one of my all-time favorites, and I haven't used it as much. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this color Desert Sand here with my number 10 brush from Sephora collection, and I'm going to work it into the crease of my eye, all the way to the front corner here. And this is working kind of as a base for my eyeshadow, making sure nothing's going to stick to my crease later on. So then I'm going to, with that same brush, go into the color Eden here and use it as a transition shade. So I'm going to, once again, just work it into the crease of the eye. And I think I'll be doing a little bit of a halo eye today, so I'm putting it all the way to the beginning of the eye here and the end. Just making sure you distribute the color evenly. So then I'm grabbing my Sephora Collection number 27 brush. This one's also like a fluffy crease brush, but it's pinched, so I can get a little bit more definition with it. And I'm going to go into the color Musk right here. And I'm going to pat one side of the brush in that color, shake off the excess, and we're going to put it on the outer corner of the eye and blend it into the crease ever so slightly. Musk is like a taupey gray, so it's going to start to give our eye a little bit of depth. You guys, I cannot wait to get a new camera so that the quality of these videos is better. I am so sick and tired of my camera that I have and the filter that it puts on my face and how like weird it looks. I want you guys to have a crisper image, but it is an investment, so we'll see when I can get a newer one. I'm also putting the color on the inner corner and blowing it up a little bit. The color Eden, that like orangey color, I put there, but it's not my intention for it to like show through a lot. I want it mostly to give the eye look a little bit more dimension and for it to be like a good transition color, because my eye look is actually going to be like more cool tone, but sometimes colors like that will still give the eye a little bit of dimension once you're done. See how like here you can see it a lot, but here it's already getting kind of like covered by that taupey color. So I'm putting most of that musk color on the outer and inner corner, and then when I barely have anything left on my brush, I'm blending it upwards. And I'm making sure that it meets at the top here. Okay, so once we are here, I'm going to grab an even smaller brush. This is my Morphe M506, and I'm going to get the color Ode right here on this outer corner. And this is kind of like the darkest color that this palette has, and we're going to intensify the outer corner and also the inner corner with it. So I'm grabbing a little bit at a time and I'm going to build it on to itself. And I don't think I'm going to take it into the crease. I'm only going to focus it on the outer corner of the eye right there. So I'm going to do the same thing at the beginning here. So I'm going to just add it to the beginning of my eye here, the inner corner of my lid, building it onto itself right there. And I want it to be even a little bit darker than what it is. So I'm going to grab this very tiny brush. This is the M213 by Morphe. And I'm going to grab some more of that same color. And I'm just going to like pat it in place there. And the same thing to the outer corner, of course. It looks very messy right now, but this is going to make sense later. And I'm going to grab my Lancome concealer once again and a small brush for it. I'm going to just kind of coat it. This one is the Morphe M421. And we're going to pat it up here and cut the crease. I'm actually switching my brush. I'm going to use the one that I used to cut around my brows with to see if I can get a smoother line up there. I might not be able to do this on camera. Let's see. So like that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the Stila glitter in the color Wanderlust. I'm obsessed with this one. It is the prettiest kind of like iridescent color. Let's see if my camera does it justice. Kind of see it. So it's got, there we go, like pink and gold sparkles. It is truly, truly beautiful. I think to apply it, I'm gonna grab another flat brush. This is like the same brush I just used for the concealer, but a clean one. And I'm just putting the glitter on it, and we're going to tap it on. So I'm making it very intense right there at the top, and now I'm going to drag it down. There we go, just like that. And now we just have to blend this to make it look prettier. So one of the ways I'm going to blend it is by extending where the glitter is to the sides, so that we have glitter that doesn't have concealer underneath, right? Just like that. And then we're going to, of course, blend some of the shadows on top of the glitter too. So I'm going to grab my very small brush here, and I'm going to grab it but with the color Musk instead of Ode. And we're going to pat it on top of the glitter. And just kind of blend until you feel comfortable with the lines, right? I'm going back with my very tiny small brush and the color Ode, and I'm going to once again put it right here in the outer corner. All right, so kind of like this. I think I'm happy with that. Let me do the same thing on this eye. I think it'll take me a little while because I want it to look even, and I will be back. Okay, so I am back, and as you can see, I haven't even taken off the fallout from underneath. I basically just kind of made my eyes look the same. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little wipe, and I'm going to wipe off any excess that fell under. So we're going to get started with foundation and all my favorite like base products basically. And my number one favorite primer is this one here from Urban Decay. It is the Optical Illusions primer. I've mentioned this one before, and I finished a whole bottle of this, and this is my second one. I absolutely love it. I go ahead and get a full pump of it, which seems like a lot, but I can distribute it. And I start in the center of my face, and then I start going outwards with it. And this one you have to really work into your skin because it is kind of like a paste, but it covers every single pore and it does not move. If you have dry skin and pores, you should definitely try this primer because not only does it cover pores, but it's also hydrating. It's got rosehip oil in the formula. Now that the primer is fully distributed, we are going to go ahead and apply foundation. I'm going to show you guys my favorite combination of things that have worked for me. It is extremely bougie and extra steps that most people don't have time to do. But whenever you guys ask me in a video, oh my god, your skin looks like flawless and it has coverage and like it doesn't look super makeup-y, this is the combination of things that I'm doing to like make it look like that, because it is very hard to achieve that when you have super dry skin. First things first, this right here is the foundation that I've been using. This is the Teint Couture Longwear Fluid Foundation with Sunscreen from Givenchy. So we are going to apply this one first. I'm using the shade 5, which is called Elegant Honey, and it is definitely darker than my face, but it matches my body. I'm going to get my wet beauty blender, and we're going to start applying it. Okay, so the foundation is on, and this is a medium coverage foundation. So the issue I have with it is that if I'm doing a full glam like I am today, I want a little bit more coverage, and I get that by using my Born This Way concealer in the color Porcelain. So I told you guys this was extra, but I do a few dots of this right here in the center of my face because normally my cheeks are red. So I want a little bit extra coverage there. I'm gonna put a little bit right here and in the middle here. And I'm not using a lot of this concealer because it is pretty full coverage. I'm just adding it to wherever I feel like I could use a little bit more coverage. So everywhere apparently. Again, the color that I use on this one is Porcelain, and that is my perfect match. And with the same beauty blender, I'm just going to work that into my skin. I really like how this super extra combination of things work on me. Okay, so just like this, and now of course we are not done. We are also going to use concealer, like another concealer on top. My favorite concealer for under eyes is this one right here. This is the All Hours concealer from YSL. I am obsessed with it. I use the number 1 to highlight, and I'm going to put it all underneath my eyes. And so this is a way that I apply it all over the face, and then with the tip of my beauty blender, of course, I'm going to start blending it in. When I get to where I don't want it to be lighter anymore, I press around it with the booty of my beauty blender because this has remaining foundation in it. Okay, so after the concealer is blended, I set it with a little bit of powder. This is the RCMA powder that I use. I have it in a Laura Mercier container, but it is RCMA powder. So I'm going to get it with my fluffy number 79 brush from Sephora collection. And I'm going to smooth underneath my eyes. And then right away, pat it on. And I'm going to do any remaining powder kind of around the center of my face, anywhere where I put concealer basically. Make sure I don't have any excess powder by dusting off. And now I'm going to finish my under eyes. So I'm going to go back to my tiny brush, the Morphe M213 in the color Ode right here. And we're going to put this one all under our lower lash line. And then with my fluffy brush, I'm going to get the color Musk and blend that out. And then with the same fluffy brush, I'm going to get a little bit of Eden to give it a bit more dimension underneath. If you have any fallout, make sure that you clean it. And I'm going to do lashes and fake lashes now. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to use my Shock mascara from YSL all over. This is my absolute favorite mascara. I used to love Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir, but that is my second favorite now because this one is just a little bit better. So I'm going to use this one all over my lashes. And then I'm going to try my Lily lashes in the style LA. These were limited edition Lily lashes that I bought, and out of the ones I bought, this style is my favorite one. So I'm going to do that and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I am back and the lashes are applied. I really like these lashes. I know this is technically a favorites video and this is the first time I tried these lashes, but like, they're Lily lashes, so Lily lashes I really like a lot. And the glue I used to apply them was the Velour Lash Glue, which it tends to really work for me. I realized that I'm missing an inner corner highlight, so that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to grab my Sephora collection number 18 brush, which is this teeny tiny one, and from my palette I'm going to grab the color Nefertiti, which I think that's how you say that. And that's what we're going to put in the inner corner of the eye. Yes. Alright, so eyes are completely done and all that is left to do is bronzer, blush, and highlighters. So let me show you the rest of my favorite things. This one here is the Stila bronzer in the color medium. I love this bronzer. And I'm going to apply it with this brush. This is the Morphe M530. So I'm going to just start back here and work it in. And I really like this bronzer because it's like the right tone and it's not too cool and not too warm. Bronzer is done and I'm going to show you guys my favorite blush. It is this one here from Sigma. It's called Cor de Rosa and I love it because this one, it looks very natural. It doesn't look super like rosy or pinky. It just kind of gives you a natural toned like flush without it being too much, and I'm not super into like pigmented blushes, so it's just the right amount of blushiness for me. Once the blush is applied, the highlighter that I got for this video was the Amrezy highlighter from Anastasia. It's finally back and it is one of my favorite ones. I wouldn't say this is my all-time favorite, but it is definitely up there. I have not stopped to think what my all-time favorite one is, but I thought this one would look good with this specific look. And I like that you can use it with cool tones and warm tones because it's not too gold. So I have bronzer, blush, and highlighter applied, but since this is a festive like holiday look, I wanted to make it a little bit extra sparkly. So I'm going to use this here. This is from Stila and it is a super like glittery highlighter. And I don't love to use it by itself, but I do like it on top of a different highlighter. So we're going to pop it right here. Oh yes, you can see that. Right on top of like the highest point of your cheekbone, on top of the Amrezy highlighter. Alright guys, so I only have 2 steps to do. I have to set my face and put lipstick on. I'm going to set my face first, and I'm going to use my Morphe setting spray. For some reason this is my favorite one, and I think it is because it doesn't make my face matte. It actually gives it a little bit of a glow and it just makes everything melt in. So I do really love this one, and the sprayer is really nice too. So for lipstick, I'm going to use a lip liner and a lipstick. So the lip liner is this one here. This is a MAC Cosmetics lip liner in the color Whirl. So I'm going to put that on. This is one of my new favorite lip combos. So this is the lip liner applied. And then I'm going to use this lipstick. This is a YSL lipstick in the color 70. This is the limited edition packaging, and I'm not sure if they have the color by itself like on the regular collection. Hopefully they do. But it is the perfect nude, and I love pairing it with this lip liner. Alright guys, and that is it. This is my holiday glam with most of my favorite products. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really like the way it came out. I love the lashes and I love the glitter. It's not a holiday glam look if it doesn't have some glitter in it, right? I'm going to take some pictures of this look, so make sure you go follow me on my Instagram account so that you guys can see all the details, because my camera does put a little bit of filter on my face, so it could look a lot better than what you're seeing right now. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye! Or maybe because the sprayer makes you put more on.
Probably.
And then you look glowier.
Yeah. You do look really glowy though.
Right?
I feel like it doesn't pull up as glowy and glam as what I see in person.
I know, because this camera sucks.
Yep. Give me, baby. I thought you were downstairs. Come on, baby.
Wait. This is going to... Yeah.